So I had the cops called on me the other day for sitting in my car doing nothing, and I thought I would I would do a little video of it about how people need to mind their own effing business. No, just joking. It it just made me realize. Uh, it made me think about resistance and how resistance can often mean that you're doing something right. And this isn't always the case. Like, you always hear of like going with the flow, and I absolutely believe in that. And once you get to that point, it is usually like, whoo, but it's more of like a mentality of just being able to go with the flow. But you're still going to come up with different scenarios, different real life situations where you're going to come into people that are like going against you. And what do you do about that? So, and I think this was funny of like just how it all went down. Because what I like to do, or what I've been doing for like last year and a half, is like correcting my lockjaw. I have TMJ, and part of my practice is I release the fascia in it. And all I do is I really focus on that situation, and I can feel like the muscles releasing from my jaw and my eye. And so this is all, this is what I do. And this is basically, I just stretch my neck, um, and like I'll move it around, and I just get really quiet. And I get into like this meditative state because I've been doing it for so long. Like, that is my practice. And so uh, I I got out of work, and I was driving around running errands for my daughter's birthday primarily. And I started noticing that I was like having anxiety of like, I could just feel it in my chest, and I was like, ooh, I was like, that's gross. What is this? And it's I've always had it, and now I'm able to like recognize it and address it. So it was just this feeling of like, I'm not doing enough fast enough, or I just need to be like going, and I'm like, I just want to go home. And I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna sit with this. I'm gonna deliberately just stop, and I'm gonna feel this, and then just let it go. And that's how I get rid of like anxiety attacks. And I don't consider that was an anxiety attack, but I've had them in the past, and it would lead up to it. But now I can just sit with that emotion and that yucky feeling, and then just let it go. And it will. You can just literally like feel it like dissolve. And so so I pull over in a parking lot. I'm in like, is almost like a strip mall, and I'm in front of a store that's actually closed. Like, there's nothing, it's empty, it's vacant. So I'm like between these two stores, and I am there for 10 minutes. I'm like not even exaggerating. And I had this lovely intention of like, man, how nice is this to just be able to sit here and quiet? Like, I can just close my eyes. I can hear the breeze going by. I'm taking time for myself, which is huge. Like, usually that go, go, go means like I need to be doing something right now, or you just don't take time to listen to what you're feeling, and like you just overpower it. You gotta like toughen it up and just keep doing the things. And I've done the stretching in parking lots many times, like at least 20, 30 times. And there has been a lot of times where people will stare at me, where, like, there was one lady that was like sitting like directly in front of me, and she just like, she wasn't even blinking. She was just like watching me. And I was like, okay, well, this is kind of awkward. Now I feel like I'm like, like, I don't know. Like, what are you, like, I almost like I feel dirty or something. But I was like, whatever, let her watch. Cause this should be normalized. Taking care of myself should be a normal act. It should be totally like fine. Like, oh, that lady's just sitting there in peace and quiet and meditating. Like, good for her. And so I was very conscious of it, like doing it out in public. And there was a financial advisor that I listened to, and she actually does like the EFT tapping. And she's like, I don't care what people are staring at me for or whatever. Like, she's like, I am bettering myself, so I'm going to keep doing it and like F the world. And so I thought it was even more like ironic that I'm sitting here now with this intention of like, this should be normal. This should be like a normal thing that people do, is to just be able to sit here between errands or whatever and take 5 minutes to fucking breathe. And sure enough, I get this knock on my window and it's a police officer, and it just totally like floored me. Like it like just shook, it totally caught me off guard. I just was not expecting it. And he really didn't know why he was there either, so it was definitely like kind of awkward. And I still don't know why he was there, really, because he's like, so someone called in because you're like doing something with your neck, and I'm like, stretching? Like, am I being am I being a nuisance right now? I'm like in my car, like quietly in a legal parking spot, stretching my neck. And I really don't know if they thought like I was overdosing or I was drunk or maybe having a stroke. No idea. And then he starts like asking me questions of like, are you on probation? Like, and I'm like, no, I'm like just sitting here resting. And he's like, did you go to work really early? Like, I'm like, fuck you, I'm resting. Like, I'm like, do you have kids? Have you ever been able to have 10 minutes by yourself inside your house, like, without getting interrupted? Thank you. Hint, hint, like, go away. But there were so many of those things I wanted to say, but I didn't, because it was like, he caught me off guard so much that it just kind of like left me speechless, because I wanted to be like, do I need a lawyer right now? Because I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm literally just sitting here. I wasn't even like, my keys weren't even in ignition. If he thought I was like drinking or anything, like, I don't even know. Well, you could smell marijuana in my car, but it's legal in my state and I wasn't smoking it. You could just smell it in my car. And again, I wasn't driving and no one here saw me smoking because I wasn't smoking. But it was just really interesting of seeing like the polar opposites of how I was feeling and how people literally on the other side of my door were feeling. Like, there's like this whole a lot of people are talking about like this new world, new earth thing, and I feel like I really just like witnessed that for like a definitive, like, no, that's what that was, because I couldn't have been in a better place in that moment. I was just like, when I meditate, I can literally like, I don't feel my body. Like, I just go into this complete like void almost of just deep relaxation. And on the other side of my window, they thought I was like this nuisance that was like, I don't know, like something to be like fearful of. Like, ooh, she's sitting there not doing anything. Like, we need to stop this. We need to put an end to this right now. Like, we should be concerned for our citizens. And I'm like a middle-aged mother who's fucking trying to rest. Thank you. Not disturbing the peace. Not like causing a scene here. And what's really funny is directly behind me, we have this gentleman who is homeless. He looks like a gray, like unkept Jesus. Like, he's just this like mane of hair, and he stands on like at a stoplight, and he has a sign that says, God bless you. And he has Tourette's, and he literally is yelling obscenities at every single car going by. Like, every car. And this is right behind me. And no one's stopping him. No one's talking to him. Like, no one is concerned about this guy. And it's like, clearly he's the one that needs help in this situation. Or, and we just ignore those kind of people, right? The ones that actually need help. Like, if I was overdosing, like, would you have actually helped me? Like, no. No, because there isn't, there's no programs like that even in my area. Like, there are no rehabilitations. Like, where were you even gonna go with that? And it really just made me realize, like, when you're doing things that other people don't approve of, even if you know in your heart, like, it feels good, this is, like, makes me a better person, you're gonna have people that are be like, oh, she's crazy. Like, because she's doing something different. She's, pss, 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 whatever. Uh, and it usually means, like, good. And it just made me feel even more like I'm gonna sit here for another 10 minutes, like, whatever. And now I'm just, like, glaring at the manager, who was the one actually called the manager of the store way at the other end of the parking lot. Which, there's only 4 stores in my town, and now I feel like I can't go in one of them. It's a small town. And but it's a good thing. Resistance can be a good thing. It means you're paving your own path, you're doing something no one else is doing, and you're listening to your own, like, trust. You have faith that what you're doing is right. And it's okay if other people say no, because they don't matter. They don't matter. And I hope someone needed to hear that today. I hope you take an extra 5 minutes in your car to breathe. It's totally should be normalized. Taking care of yourself should be normalized. Please, for the love of God, take care of yourself. Even if cops come knocking on your door, like, if you're not bothering anyone, you're not doing anything illegal, like, keep doing it. Keep doing it. That's what you're meant to do. Like, that's your vision. That's you, baby. And you keep going. Just keep, fuck them all.